What is up, everybody? So yesterday was the first day of the trial of Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. She is facing involuntary manslaughter charges and evidence tampering charges related to the death of Halyna Hutchins. The New Mexico special prosecutor has stated that Halyna Hutchins' death is related to sloppy handling of the weapons on the set and that Hannah Gutierrez-Reed failed to check the gun properly before bringing it into the film's set that day. He went on to state that we believe it was the negligent acts and failures of the defendant, meaning Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, that contributed to Halyna Hutchins' death. He also stated that during the trial that's expected to last a couple of weeks, he will call witnesses that will describe the defendant's conduct as unprofessional and sloppy. You will hear testimony that she routinely left guns and ammunition lying around the set unattended, and her gun safe and ammo cart were constantly disorganized. Prosecutors showed multiple photos of what they claimed to be live bullets, live rounds that were left in various places on the set. There are cameras in the courtroom, so if yesterday you could have watched the opening statements of this trial, you could see what both the prosecution and the defense are going to go over. Both provided their opening statements yesterday. The prosecution showed multiple photos that show live rounds were on the set. What they are claiming to be live rounds were on the set. And the prosecutor also claimed that Hannah Gutierrez-Reed brought the box of live ammunition from her home to the set. Now, this is what the lawyer for Hannah Gutierrez-Reed had to say during his opening statement. The first event that had to happen is that the actor Alec Baldwin pointed a gun on the set, and he either had his finger on the trigger and the hammer cocked, or he pulled the trigger as he was pointing that at Halyna Hutchins and Mr. Souza. Make no mistake, this is not a prop gun, this is a real gun. You will hear that Hollywood actors are not allowed to point guns, real guns, at other actors or crew. You learn these rules and go into classes, and you learn these rules if you've ever owned a gun. Rule number 1, never point a firearm at somebody unless you intend to shoot it. This is a big part of the defense case, is that Alec Baldwin obviously was pointing this gun at somebody when it went off. Whether he pulled the trigger or not, he broke the number 1 rule of pointing the gun at somebody. That's just something you don't do, whether it's a prop gun or a no gun. Obviously, things can possibly happen, because it did in this case. He didn't follow rule number 1, the gun went off, and it took the life of Halyna Hutchins. Now, Alec Baldwin, of course, is facing charges in this as well. He was indicted again recently by a grand jury. His trial has not started yet, but it does look like that Halyna Hutchins' defense is going to be at least partly blaming Alec Baldwin, and rightfully so. He pointed a gun at somebody. That's just something you don't do. That's rule number 1. I made a few videos on this, and every single comment is talking about how Alec Baldwin broke rule number 1. You do not point a weapon at somebody ever, no matter the circumstances. And in this case, it was a fatal mistake. But what do you think? Did you watch the trial yesterday? Did you watch the opening statements of the lawyers from both sides? Let me know what you think. What do you think of the defense opening statements? What do you think of the prosecution's opening statements? Let me know. Leave some comments below. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.